Hello. Each morning now at about 11 I'm going to be doing a very, very short live just on something I've thought about. Um, and some days I won't do it, I'm not free. But this morning I have been reading through some of the groups I'm in, and there seems to be a lot of posts about whether or not the puppy should go on the sofa. And I know I've been to lots of houses where people have the dispute, and often you've got one person who would like the puppy to go on the sofa and wants to cuddle, and the other person doesn't. And they say quite rightly that if you let the puppy do it now, then of course when the puppy becomes a full-grown dog, you can't really change your mind. So the first thing I would say is, like everything, pick your battles. If it's important to you, then you've got to be 100% consistent. So if it's no sofa, then it has to be no sofa. So that means that when you're out of the room, for instance, you have to cover the sofa or put the puppy somewhere else, because every time he gets on there, he's rehearsing doing what you don't want him to do, and it's not really fair. The other thing is, if you don't want him on the sofa, how you get him off. Because I've been to a lot of dogs who are actually getting quite angry and aggressive when people manhandle them off the sofa. So in order to train the dog not to go on the sofa and to get off, you need to do it in a very positive and a kind way. First of all, you show the puppy what you do want, and that is for him to get off. So you stand back, you go low, you call puppy to you, you reward him for getting off, and then you show him his alternative, probably a bed next to the sofa. Come on, in there, more food. So you need to do it over and over again. Every single time puppy jumps up, it's come on, off you get, good boy, food, here, do this instead. You can possibly use a clicker as well. If you see puppy looking at the sofa and hasn't quite jumped up, click, because then you're capturing that moment when he's actually not jumped up, and you'll teach him to have a little bit of discipline, self-control. Yeah, okay. Now the other thing is what I call the best compromise. The best compromise is a special mat or towel or something that goes on the sofa. So it means that the person who wants the puppy up on the sofa can have puppy on the sofa, but only on this mat. So you teach the puppy, okay, puppy jumps on the sofa, you put the mat on the sofa, and then you either call puppy off the sofa and then back up onto the mat, or straight onto the mat, and again you reward for being on the mat, and then you can teach settle, stay, and all the other things. So you have then a puppy who doesn't go on the sofa, which of course you have to block when you're out of the room, and knows that wherever that mat is, puppy can go. So you want your cuddle, you put the mat down next to you, up comes puppy, and you can have your cuddle. And the person who doesn't want puppy on the sofa doesn't put the mat up. So I think everybody wins that way. But the important thing is, and where people are having trouble, is that people keep saying no, no, and off, and getting cross. And it sort of encourages defiance in the puppy, especially as he becomes a teenager. So we know how that is with our kids. I don't know much difference with the dogs. Okay, so if you'd like help with any particular specific problem, head on into the inner den. Once you've joined that, you can have free phone calls with me, free video chats, and if it's a big problem or lots of problems, we could arrange a one-to-one consultation. Anyway, I hope that little thing helps some people. Bye-bye.